Okay, we're back. They kind of get situated here. Okay, now what I want to do from this point on is I want to make a little on usually on the little Santa hat they have a little it's like a little little brim that they have on the Santa hat, and I'm going to cut that. I'm going to come from here. I'm going to cut that. Come from here. Cut that. Come from here. Do the same thing here, and do it all the way around. I don't know what you call those. It's like a little brim, but it's a little cloth brim on the Santa hat. Okay. And we kind of just do this. Get this going. We'll doctor that up a little bit. We go along. Okay, see that? It just sort of goes around the little hat. You'll see what I'm talking about when I get through with it, in other words. It's like a little white brim around the Santa's hat. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, from this point on, let's go ahead and come around and bring from this point, and from that point we're going to bring where the beard will come, and we're going to just cut into here and take from the inside like that. Okay, just like that. See that? And we're going to do the same thing over here. All right, but you come from the inside of the face and remove that in there, where it separates the face from the beard itself. Now let's go ahead and kind of get this beard. I'm going to bring this beard just kind of like this. Just kind of like that. Kind of round it off a little bit. And come over here and kind of, there we go. Kind of knock that down. Okay, there we are. We're looking that way. Okay, I'm gonna come up here underneath the hat here and make it a little bit more. We're not gonna have any eyes on him. Get a little bit of wood in there. And I'm going to come back here and remove a little bit of this. All right. I'm going to come back and take that off right there. All right. Okay. Now, that tassel is a little bit too large, so we're going to cut away from it. And we're going to come in here, of course, and kind of make a little round. This tassel is sort of a little round thing right here, in other words. So we want to come up here, and we want to bring that back on that tassel. Okay. We want to bring this down in here and make that tassel stand out a little bit, which we can do. come up underneath there. Look at that, see? See? Okay. I'll bring that up just a little bit. And thin that off just a little bit in there. See how the tassel comes down? And we begin to cut sort of away from that tassel so it sticks out quite a bit. The bottom of that tassel, in other words. Even in here. There we go. Well, look at that, see? Slowly but surely, we're going to round this off a little bit more. Alright, now we're doing pretty good on the head. So let's go back to our, okay. Cut a little bit more in there. To round them cheeks off. Okay, let's go back to our Santa Claus. Let's go ahead and establish his arms where they come up back here. Okay. You cut from the back, and you come from the inside of the arm and remove that, okay? From the inside of the arm to remove that. I'm just cutting a little bit more for these boots to separate them just a little bit. All right. Okay, now on the Santa Claus, or on most Santa Clauses, let me go ahead and take these arms and let's bring them back. Okay, let's go ahead and get them situated here. Take it out a little bit more. And let's do the same over here. We're just going to kind of all right, looking good. This is not a real fancy Santa. He's just a little. Okay. All right. Okay, what we're going to do is we're on most Santa suits we have a little, like on the hat up here, we have a little white rim that comes across there. So we're going to go ahead and make that. We come from this side. Okay. From this side. Okay, see, it's just sort of a little, and we'll decorate that, in other words. We'll make it, but right now we just want to establish where it's at and make it look like it's a part of the suit. Alright, just kind of, and we'll round that off and decorate it a little bit. Let's go ahead and get these boots underneath here lined up. Okay. Okay. just like that. Kind of hard to hold it sometimes. I tell you, I love carving gloves, but when you're working with small stuff, it can really be a problem sometimes with a carving glove because it's hard to hold it sometimes. There we go. We've got the little rim right there. Now, all right, I tell you what, I think my time is just about up for this piece. And let me bring this just before we even go. Let me bring that back just a little bit. That's sticking out. Really, that's too. I'm sorry. There. All right, our little Santa is starting to look good. Of course, the Santa's doesn't look too good until he's painted, so we all know that. We all understand that. Okay, I'll come back.